I will never stop to deliver student debt relief and hardworking Americans.
The fate of your student loans is in the hands of a federal judge in St. Louis. The arguments for and against President Biden's plan.
Right now, St. Louis veterans are flying high.
There's a lot of emotion associated with it.
What it means to travel to war memorials built in their honor.
Dry for now, but thunderstorm chances remain tonight into tomorrow morning. We'll talk about the best chance of rain and if there's any severe weather.
Summer break means no access to school meals. How you can feed your kids breakfast and lunch for free in the Metro East.
This flower stinks when the Botanical Gardens corpse flower is set to bloom.
Seemingly the ones that don't smell really bad smell really bad.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, June 4th. I'm Michelle Lee.
And I'm Sydney Stallworth. I'm in for Rennie, who's off this week. Thanks for waking up with us, everybody, at 6. Now we're going to make sure that you start your day off on the right foot. And you have to plan for some showers. Let's get on over to Anthony, who has the latest on that. Hey, Anthony.
That's right. We're not completely dry today, but there will be a lot of dry time. It's just every now and again we'll get these little downpours out across the bi-state, but none of that this morning. It's just mostly cloudy. You see that from O'Fallon, Illinois. There are your showers this morning just south of Kansas City, kind of in between Columbia and Kansas City right now. These will be drifting our direction. The air is very humid this morning, so at any given time this morning and again this afternoon, we could have a little downpour, but again, a lot of dry time. Temperatures pretty warm. Lambert's at 72, Chesterfield, Scott Air Force Base, Perryville all at 70 this morning. Yesterday we hit 91. Today will be closer to 84, but still spotty storms in the forecast. And there's another round on the way tonight, and that could mean some severe weather. We'll talk about the timing and the risk to watch out for coming up. Let's get you out the door on time this morning. Paul is here to get you to work, and of course, well, kids are out of school, summer break in full force. Paul, what's going on this morning?
Indeed, yeah. So maybe that volume starting just a little bit later here without those early school buses. We are talking about pretty good drive times out there, and we'll talk more about that this hour. Usually it's merging than I hear most from with listeners and viewers trying to communicate, and construction. It's all about construction. 55 southbound at Loughborough, that's where you are. Also new construction going to happen here at Park 55 South off onto the highway. And then today at 9 o'clock up here, you're going to have some construction on 270 westbound. 270 westbound going there from 3 to Missouri. Just something to keep an eye on throughout the day. We'll have another take of traffic coming your way soon.
Thanks so much, Paul. You know, this morning a lot of people are wondering, will President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan actually roll out in 3 weeks? Right now we know that it is facing some new legal challenges. Diamond Palmer joins us live downtown with the latest lawsuit being heard in a federal court this morning. Good morning, Diamond.
Well, Michelle, just hours ago, a federal judge here at Eagleton heard those arguments on whether President Joe Biden's student loan program could continue. That program is set to roll out July 1st in a few weeks, but Missouri Attorney General is set to block this latest plan, and we're going to break down what that means this morning. But first, let's get to what this plan means. It's called the SAVE plan. It is called the Saving on Valuable Education. It would set monthly plans based on borrowers' income, and some borrowers could also see their payments completely wiped out. For example, if you borrowed less than $12,000 and have been paying for a decade, you may have your debt canceled. Additional years to pay back could be added for each $1,000 borrowed. Now, former Missouri Attorney General Eric Schmidt's office sued over Biden's first student loan forgiveness plan, arguing the Missouri Higher Education Loan Authority would lose hundreds of millions of dollars in fees and interest from student loan borrowers. The Supreme Court agreed in that case. Then last month, current Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey's office filed a lawsuit to block the revised income-based student loan debt forgiveness plan, arguing it was never authorized by Congress, and President Joe Biden doesn't have the, quote, authority to make that major of a policy. Just hours ago, that federal judge heard the case here in St. Louis.
I think it says that it's unpopular. I mean, look at what it's doing. This is $500 billion, right? I mean, that's almost 2 years of the GDP of the state of Missouri. And this is all going to, from teachers, truckers, and farmers to people who haven't paid off their student loans. And I think a lot of people in Congress think just the magnitude of this is grossly unfair.
Now, that federal judge here in St. Louis says it could take a couple of weeks to decide in this court order. Again, that program is set to roll out on July 1st, so they're up against that deadline. But coming up in the next half hour, we'll break down what all of this means to borrowers and what they should do. Reporting live here in downtown St. Louis, Diamond Palmer.
704, we're getting a report of multiple victims for the shooting at 3735 Cassis.
This morning, St. Louis police are identifying problem properties after 6 people were shot outside Playground Bar and Grill Sunday night. We brought you this news on Today in St. Louis. Police found more than 100 shell casings at the scene. It's the 19th time police were called to that business this year, and Police Chief Robert Tracy says that the department is working to address issues at the bar. All 6 people are expected to recover. And a study that was published recently, the University of Washington linked warmer temperatures to a rise in violence and shootings nationwide. I know we've seen that effect here in St. Louis over the years. Right now, St. Louis is hoping to limit the violence with 2 main curfews.
We know that parks are closed now between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. and kids and teens cannot be out unsupervised between midnight and 5 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, or between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. the rest of the week. But some say these curfews aren't really effective.
I think because we have so many teens who are unsupervised during the evening time, that I don't think a curfew would make much difference.
Advocates say the next step is including teenagers in conversations about stopping crime. So we've got a link to curfew information and also city job opportunities under the As Seen on TV section of KSDK.com. 6:07 is your time, and right now dozens of veterans are on their way to our nation's capital. Just about a half hour ago, they took off for the 106th honor flight.
And all this is happening just days before the 80th anniversary of D-Day, which is on Thursday. Our Mercedes McKay has been out at Lambert Airport all morning long talking to the veterans before they got on the flight. Mercedes, you've heard some powerful words. What does all of this mean for them?
Good morning, Sydney and Michelle. Powerful is the perfect way, honestly, Sydney, to describe this morning. This flight means everything to these veterans. It's been a wide range of emotions for all the veterans that I was able to speak to this morning before they boarded their flight. As you guys mentioned, 30 minutes ago, they took off, and the atmosphere at the gate here at one of the Southwest terminals at Lambert Airport was incredibly powerful. Here's video from about 2 hours ago at 4 a.m. that we were able to capture as the 66 veterans and their family members gathered before takeoff. They will spend all day in D.C. visiting memorials built in their honor. This morning's flight has 4 World War II veterans, 5 Korean veterans, and 57 Vietnam veterans. Now, this all comes 2 days before the 80th anniversary of D-Day, when Allied forces stormed the beaches of Normandy in World War II. Now, that's what makes this honor flight extra special for everybody this morning. 2 hours ago, I spoke with the flight leader, who's been doing these honor flights for 10 years now. He told me what this day means for veterans.
These are people that you read books about, watch movies, and now we get to experience history firsthand and hear stories that many times they haven't told their family even since they've served. So it's a great day of just getting some emotions out, getting a chance to thank the veterans, especially our Vietnam era, that were not thanked properly back in the day. And they get very emotional. And it's the one of the most rewarding experience you could ever have is being on a flight.
I've been also able to speak with actually 2 different sets of brothers this morning. So how special for them that they were able to go on the flight this morning together. All of them were Vietnam veterans, and just incredibly special for those brothers this morning. Now, they will come back here at 8 p.m. tonight and land in St. Louis. Live at Lambert Airport, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
All right, as kids get outside to play today, no school day forecast. We're back to the backyard forecast. It is going to be humid. Temperatures climb into the 80s, and isolated thunderstorm chances continue today and tonight.
And less than a week after the former President Trump's guilty verdict, President Biden's son is also in court. Everything we know about the jury selected for Hunter Biden's trial.
Plus, right now, Illinois kids can get free breakfast and lunch. How to find a location near you.